let's go. Yeah.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in a contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't know you, you don't know me. Still got my soul, still make this breathe. These niggas change, but I stay me. They try to take my life from me. The king will come collect his fee. I do the most, y'all do the least. We don't eat scraps, we don't. Can't be feasting all these niggas. I stay beasting all these niggas. I'm releasing all these niggas. I can't be peaceful with these niggas. I'm like a diesel when I fucking gas up. Running my route, better pass up. Running from God with a pastor. Chewing on the game like a pasture. I ain't never looking for a handout. You can put your motherfucking hands down. K's like a goddamn drum line. But it's like my band, my son. KD erupted Vesuvius. These demons, they on the loose. Hey, y'all wanna win, put booby and always remember to tie in my boots. Hey, I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't know you, you don't know me. Still got my soul, still make this breathe. These niggas change, but I stay me. I'm tired of watching these puppets and calling them artists. I'm falling too far, I just took what I had and I did what I could. Now I'm taking the love and creating, replacing the charge. And I'm tired of stopping these people from fucking me over. I'm putting up walls and protecting my mind and protecting my time. Now I'm taking the money, creating sustainable art. Y'all on the same train, y'all ride the same way. Same shit, new name. Same shit, new day. Dumb niggas too paid. Capping like a toupee. Gotta ride a new wave. Gotta find a new way. I don't give a fuck what to take my life from me. The king will come collect his fee. I do the most, y'all do the least. We don't eat scraps, we only feast.
We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it. We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
Yeah, if I see it, I cop it. Running through stores, if I see it, I rock it. Yeah, girl, if you see it, I got it. Run it up more, we need all the profit. 100 racks back up in summer 16. Spent that whole bag on a whole summer dream. Life's complicated, no Avril Lavigne. Copped a new condo to blow us some steam. All these rappers just rapping in triplets. Pushing that product, just got a new shipment. Pushing that roll 50 over the limit. Cushion that blow, I don't get why they with it. We at the top and we throwing the game. All of these peasants will know of my name. All of these blessings, we staying the same. The drip is fluorescent, I'm going insane. Royal genetics all up in my veins. Back me a real one and gave her my name. All of these issues, but no one to blame. Praying that God will just show me the way. Changing the game, got the source code, and I'm off-road and my horses go skirt. One in the same day, of course, no, we in first, yo, all my niggas we were. Faking the fame, but we all know, cause the source told all you niggas just learn. Talking the same, y'all pseudo, and it's true though, y'all just popping them perks. Taking the stage, got a few shows, let the crew know it's a cloud in the dirt. I am the king and it's my throne, y'all are kind though, they keep calling me Xerxes.
We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it. We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
We only got one life, I'ma get that. If you with that, do not sit back and just wish that you had it. Despite all your witchcraft and your riffraff, this is my gift and you wish that you had it. Tonight, gonna bump trap, gonna thump that. Drums in the back and you know that we have it. Girls like where the one at, need to run back. Flee from these niggas, you know that they savage. They acting macho like they Randy Savage. They call me Pablo, the kingpin is at it. I am Apollo, you Rocky, I've had it. Y'all can just follow cause niggas is slacking. I am Jack Sparrow, my verses is cracking. I am the ghost and you rappers is Pac-Man. Out in the coast and I'm getting more blacking. Y'all acting hairy, I'm grabbing the waxing.
Top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lobster and shrimp, if I see it, I cop it. I am that kid, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole, Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3350 Schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pincast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in Zachrealm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yell hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Wednesday, July the Nueve. We got a great show planned for you today, and come one, come all, we're live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. Make sure you subscribe, and of course, bang your ear holes after the fact on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Isn't that amazing? Wow. All right, so of course, we're going to get into some awesome Swole fam posts. We'll take some questions, and then we'll go balls deep. If you want to join the fam, head on over to swolenormousx.com. A lot of you commented already on yesterday's video, on yesterday's YouTube video. Make sure you go and check it out on the Swolenormous YouTube channel. We're posting consistently over there, so make sure you go and drop a comment if you haven't already. We were talking about, experimental gene therapy, this, that, and the other. Of course, it didn't get as many views yet as other videos, and people are very sensitive about that issue, but go and drop your own thoughts in the comments down below. I still think that it's important for us to address some of these concerns, and definitely want to make a video about that, but I want to hear your thoughts, so make sure you go and watch that on the Swolenormous YouTube channel, share it with your friends, and make sure you hit the like button and leave a comment over there. Fam, it is time to get into today's show. We got some awesome posts, so let's jump on into that tip. Are you ready, beaches? Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Hashtag ice. I curl every day. Of course, I'm still rocking the ice shirt. Alex says, how many ice shirts do you have? Well, I got this one, and I'm wearing it again. I don't wear clothes. I just air it out, put it in the sun. Who needs to wash clothes anymore? I don't even wear pants. Washing clothes. What are you talking about? Anyway, ice. We're rounding up everyone. We're rounding up everyone that doesn't go to the fucking gym. So get your ice merch today. And I'm still rocking the nice, what do you call this? Burgundy. This hat color is fucking fire. So anyway, buy one, get one, 50% off. papaswolio.com. First post today. Let's jump in. Brady.
What's in the box?
Brady in the casa. Brady says, I've been following Poppy forever. Aw.
Hi, puppy.
Just recently learned of an app and a podcast. Wow. You didn't know the Daily Swole was slinging knowledge cock every day for 3,351 days? I've actually had a lot of success this year, and I'm getting to a point of being stuck and tired of being hurt. Have history of back problems, lost weight, and strengthening my core to help prevent future pain. Just pulled something a couple days ago, putting the trash bag in the container. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
How shall we fuck off, oh Lord?
Well, if there's ever a sign to go to the fucking gym, it's getting injured when you sneeze or when you're putting the trash bag in the container and you pull a muscle. It's time to start going to the fucking gym. It's time to get your shit together. Well, welcome to the fam, Brady. Stoked to have you. It's not funny, but it is funny. Well, you're in the right place. Maine Marshall, welcome to the fam. Everyone, round of applause. Welcome.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Joined the fam yesterday, started the 90-day dash. I noticed in my weight training I was struggling with certain lifts due to stiffness and balance issues. Tired of it. Good for you. So I would recommend follow the 90-day dash. It's going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. It sets a great foundation. And then as you go through the Ignite portions and the Swole portion, you'll probably, after that, you can choose your next program. You can repeat the 90-day dash if you really enjoyed it and you feel like you want to do it again. But you could also move into Swole season or the very, very popular Maximum Swole, which is what most people do right now. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Maximum Swole is the absolute bee's knees. So welcome to the fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's get into another one, Brady. Let's get into a couple more Swole fam posts. And these are some responses. What are you training today? And this is from Monday. And what are you eating? So we got a couple nice and simple ones, a couple stragglers that we haven't gotten to yet. Abby says, beef and eggs. My children are on a camping trip, so didn't even grab their French toast this morning. Legs ignite from the 90-day dash week 8, though still nursing my overstretched hamstring from last week. Yeah, I remember that story. Aww. Sorry to hear that. And awesome. Good stuff. Beef and eggs. That's what I'm talking about. John says, I'm eating hard-boiled eggs, steak, and fruit. Active recovery day today. Trying some Swolga. Enjoy. Enjoy. Swolga's the nips. Marty says, carnivore, strong, and back and chest. It's all about the grind. Ain't it now? America, fuck yeah! Yeah. All right, we're going to move into some knowledge cock. Today's title, obviously you guys know that the titles have been trolling lately. I'm having some fun with it. Baby oil giant Johnson & Johnson signs partnership with Diddy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Because so Diddy gets off and now he's going to be the face of baby oil. I think Johnson & Johnson should put no more tears. How about no more charges instead of no more tears for the baby oil, right? That's a shampoo. That's the baby shampoo. But anyway, Diddy and Johnson & Johnson, they're going to do big things together. Do big things. They're probably going to make a nice Costco-sized, super-sized baby oil. So good for you. Good for you. Pedo strong. Hashtag pedo strong, right? Esther says P. Diddy and Jay Epstein are proof that money and power are more powerful than justice. We can talk a little bit about this. I mean, I'm as disappointed and disgusted as anyone else. And we can kind of tease that out. You could drop your thoughts about everything in the comments down below. If you haven't been paying attention, it's really like the reactions. It's how it's being delivered. It's obviously being obfuscated. These are obvious lies. And it's pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting. I mean, it's sufficiently disgusting. So, some of us might be holding out for some 7D chess. Like, are they saying this? And then as Trump is on the way out, they're just going to drop everything and say, fuck the police, fuck all you guys. But it's not looking good. And it's pretty shameful. Pretty shameful. The lies are disgusting. Not surprised. Not surprised. So, let's get into some knowledge cock. A lot of people are saying, they regret voting for Trump, regret this. I don't regret voting for Trump. I don't regret voting for Trump. What was the fucking choice? Trump or Kamala Harris? Seriously, like, why would that be? Well, I regret voting for Trump. I'm not going to vote for that biatch. There's still better things that are coming out of the Trump administration, but this is horrendous. This is horrendous. So I think if this administration thinks that people are going to let this slide and slip under the rug, literally he campaigned on this. That's not going away. That's not going away. Real bad in terms of the way it's being done. And I don't know if you saw that it wasn't the Oval Office, but it was like, I guess the room, they're all at the table with Pam Bondi, that reaction that Trump had when a reporter asked about Epstein, as if it's not a big deal. People are still talking about him. Yeah. This guy was running an international pedophile ring. No one believes that this shit was swept under the rug. No one believes, oh yeah, there's no client list. And what's Ghislaine in prison for? Then she should be freed. Who is she trafficking people to? No one. It's just, it insults fundamental basic intelligence. Yeah, all those binders. Part 1. Part 2 is nothing. Go fuck yourself. So people are rightfully pissed. I'm pissed. I don't regret my vote, but I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. And I know Elon is now launching the America Party, which is going to probably fuck shit up even more. And I'm not even convinced that things will be released or anything's going to be released, even if that becomes a thing. But there's definitely information that people know, that Elon knows, that insiders know, that's not coming out. So there's definitely some threats and some dark clouds in our world. And hopefully we do get the answers and the truth. So kind of brutal, but let's keep going. It sucks though, doesn't it? It sucks. All right, let's get Instagram Live going. We'll get some questions and let's take some more questions live. Any other topics or this and the other? Maine Marshall says, I saw on TMZ yesterday that someone anonymous is suing Diddy for shoving his penis in his face and jerking off in one of the Biggie Smalls shirts and throwing it at him. That sounds so fake, it's probably true. That sounds... He jerked off in a Biggie Small shirt and threw it at him? That sounds like a title. That sounds like something I would say as a joke on the show. That's the kind of thing that sounds so ridiculous it's probably true. It's probably true. Do you guys hear that? Those of you guys are on Instagram. You're just coming into a live stream. Hey, we're going to talk about fitness. No, we're talking about P. Diddy beating off in a Biggie Smalls shirt and throwing it at someone. That's gnarly. That's Esther on YouTube says, I think between Kamala and Trump is less worse. Oh, he's 1,000 times less worse. It's just frustrating because, we need transparency. And look, the truth is the only thing that matters. The truth is the only thing that matters. So I don't regret my vote, but I'm extremely disappointed with this individual situation. And for people to act like it's not a big deal, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So anyway, you can still support Trump and you can still have voted for him and be pissed off about this. Like you can still, again, I don't have all the information. I have very little information. But, who knows what is actually the truth and why it's being covered. But we'll see how it goes. Maine Marshall says, apparently he has Biggie's clothes in a storage unit. Are you telling me it was actually one of his shirts? It was actually one of his shirts. It wasn't like just a shirt with him on. It's disgusting. Oh, that's brutal. Skyshine on Instagram. If the gym, great question. If the gym is full of, quote, broccoli heads occupying the weights and not using them, what should we do with them? Round them up. Get them the fuck out. There's a gym that I've been seeing being promoted online that's expensive. It's like a higher end gym and they charge like $200-300 a month. So broccoli heads can't afford it. So you can go and lift in peace and have equipment that's not broken and that's not occupied. So yeah, it's crazy. Especially TikTok science-based lifting. You have all these like twinks that are skinny that are doing all these like weird cable exercise, stuff. It's God, people need to go back to just lifting heavy, training hard. Lifting heavy, training hard. It's like, let's just standing around. That's why you don't go to the gym at 3 or 4 o'clock after school, because all the little chodes are lifting. But hey, I was there too. I used to be a younger kid lifting at the gym, but you got to lift real weights. Is that right? Mark says there's a few broccoli heads at my gym that vape and talk to each other while training. Yeah, you shouldn't have vapes in the gym. That should be banned. That's gross. Maine Marshall says yes, and when he threw it at the guy, he said, "Oh, Biggie." LOL, it's a wild scene. It mentions that he gave everyone drugs in the storage unit and Diddy started watching porn. When you have this many stories, you can only there's a reason why some people, there are no stories that comes out about them. But when you have this many, this is like an orgy, pun intended, but this is an orgy of evidence. You have this many people coming out with these like fucking stories, when there's smoke, there's fire, right? When there's smoke, there's fire. They vape baby oil. All right. Flippity floppity on Instagram stories. Papa Swolio, what is your favorite hobby? I don't think of things as hobbies. I have interests. I have things that I do, but I love being out in my garden, butterfly garden, planting trees, trimming. I just like being out there. So massive, massive butterfly garden, vines all over the house, and tons of butterflies and caterpillars and stuff like that. So I don't look at it as a hobby, though. Marina G3, ever dip into kid nutrition? These questions are so ridiculous. Kids nutrition? You mean eating real food for humans? The same shit. Why would your child be eating garbage food? That's what kids should be eating. The same thing you're eating. If they can eat solid food, give them steak, give them eggs, give them fruit, give them organs, feed them real food. Kids should be eating as if kids should be eating garbage food and ultra processed food. Well, they like chicken fingers and all this new chicken nuggets. That's stupid. That's a scam. That's nonsense. Kids should be eating what humans are eating. I don't feed the dogs. Well, what about dog food? I feed the dogs literally what we eat. I give them kefir. I'll give them yogurt, give them some sweet potato, give them grass-fed beef, heart, liver. They love organs. Raw eggs. They eat what we eat. So everyone in our house eats the same thing. I would eat their food. I wouldn't eat the raw ground beef, but I would cook it. It's completely edible for humans. It's the same thing that I eat. We don't feed any dogs or animals too. We wouldn't feed them garbage. And dried food, all that crap, that's disgusting for dogs. They should be eating raw food, real food. All right, Doc Russell. Let's see. Hold on, I got a burp. It's coming. There we go.
I give it a 10.
Oh, yeah.
A 10. A fucking 10.
Let's go. Get that free Palestine garbage. Get that shit out of my live stream. I don't give a fuck about other countries. I don't give a shit. Come on now. All right. Let's keep going. All right. How do you silence and beat the lazy, unhealthy demons when they start talking? They're always talking. You just got to get them to whisper. You got to get them quieter. You've heard the phrase, what's the quote? You have two wolves, right? You have like the lazy demon wolf and you have the disciplined swole wolf. And it depends on which wolf you feed, something like that. That's it. That's it. Don't listen. They're always going to talk, right? I would recommend checking out the book. There's a great book on this. It's called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, and it's great. It talks about resistance. That's what you're referring to, and you're putting this shit in your own way. So you silence it by taking action. Action will silence the laziness. That's it. Taking action every day, being consistent, the 7 pillars, that's fueling the positive. You have to fuel the positive. And as a result, it will quiet the negative, but the negative's always there. So if you stop or take your foot off the pedal of fueling the positive, that negativity is going to creep back in because it's always there. It's like a background noise. We just got to silence it. You got to numb it out so it's not a factor. It's always there. All right. Main Marshal. New member, by the way. So welcome officially to the fam. Papa Swole. Big Papa Swole. I fluffing my pillow asking a question. All right, I'll take it. Big Papa Swole.
Hi, puppy.
What do you personally mix your collagen and magnesium in when you take it? I gag on collagen sometimes with water and magnesium every time. I can hardly get the magnesium down. Oh, I just mix it in and drink it. Collagen, I'll mix it. I have collagen in my coffee right now. And at night, I'll have some hot water. I put a tiny little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of honey, and then I'll put my magnesium and collagen in the hot water and a little bit of salt. It's great. So I don't like tea. Sometimes I get allergies, or I noticed when I was doing chamomile tea, I was doing that for a while, but I was getting congested. It's these fucking leaves, man. These goddamn leaves. Keep these plants away from me. So it doesn't work for me, but yeah. Collagen in coffee is great. So I use a Chemex for the coffee, filtered coffee, and then filtered water, all that stuff. And then I put a little raw cream, a little like fresh maple syrup. It's awesome. And some collagen. So fucking good. It's so good. It's so good. So good. So good. If I missed your question, drop it again because the chat's moving fast, but we're going to take some more here. We'll take this another one from Instagram stories. Daniel Edward Sam. Daniel Edward Sam. Or Daniel Edwards AM. What's the formula for calculating actual weight on the leg press machine? All right, this is a good question, but it's also the least important thing to worry about. What matters is how many reps you're getting, your proximity and your perceived exertion, your perceived proximity to failure, and then adding weight or reps over time. It doesn't matter what the actual weight is. Every leg press is going to be different. If you look on the machine, sometimes they'll say, hey, with no weights on it, the sled part, we'll call it the sled, might be 65 pounds or 35 pounds. Depends on the angle. Some leg presses are 35 degrees. Some are 45 degrees. Some are built like beasts. Some are lighter. And it doesn't matter as long as there's more weight on it. So you're also not pushing like that literal weight because it's on an angle. So if you understand physics, if you're literally squatting, that's why you can put, let's say 600, 700, 800 pounds on a leg press, but you can squat 225. It's because when you're doing a bar, you're going directly against the force of gravity. When you're doing a leg press, you're on an angle, so you can push more weight. So you don't really have to put the actual pounds. So whatever that is, let's say you're getting 10 reps and, you can't get another one. Cool. It doesn't matter if there's 3 plates or 6 plates. The next time you put on a 5, or you try to get an extra rep with the weight you did before. You put on a 10 pound. So the only thing that matters, because your body doesn't know how much you're lifting. It just knows how close to failure. And depending on the machine, depending on the weight, depending on the strength profile and the curve, where you put your feet on the platform, it's going to change how challenging it is for you. So whatever it is, just start adding more over time. So the actual weight doesn't matter, but you should track it, right? So you put 4 plates on each side. Next time I did 4 and a 5 on each side. Next time I did 4 and a 10 on each side. Who cares if it's 300 or 200 or 450? It doesn't matter. I never do that. All I track on my machines, it'll be like, hey, let's say I have a squat press machine and I'll have 7 or 8 or whatever plates. If I'm adding a 5, I'll mark I had 7 plates or 8 plates plus a 25 plus a 5. I don't like add them up and like, oh, I have 350 and then 350. I don't care what the number is. I just care if it's more. More is more. Okay. Freya says, my cat is a bit of a food snob. He won't eat anything if it doesn't have fish in it. He especially loves salmon. Well, that's also depending on what you gave the cat originally, too. Then cats like fish. That's fine. But so I tell some people, like, what do you feed your dog? And I tell them, oh, my dog wouldn't eat that. Then your dog's not hungry enough. If your dog's not eating raw beef, then your dog's not hungry. My dog won't eat that. Your dog ain't hungry enough. That's what I say. My dog won't eat this food. If your dog won't eat raw beef or eggs, your dog ain't hungry. And most of the time, your dog's fat. Most people are fat and they're eating garbage. But yeah, cats love fish. Look, it's meat. Cats love protein. You know, dogs, they like chicken, they like steak, they like fish, they like eggs. So yeah, find what they like and then give them that. Good stuff. Cats and dogs are carnivores. Doesn't mean they can't have some carbohydrates and they don't like some fruit and stuff like that. Because if they're out in the wild and they're like, Pinkston Churchill's a Chihuahua and Chihuahuas are scavengers. So she'll be like sniffing around and eating little bits and things here and there. And you know that if they were actually in the wild, right? If there was a piece of fruit on the ground, they would eat that. You know, if there was an egg and they found a nest, they would eat the egg. It's just... Kevin Tierney, 4,400. What are your favorite exercises for shoulder strength? There's so many different exercises for shoulders. The ones really, like the main one that I do now is Smith machine upright rows. It's one of the best exercises for your shoulders. But a shoulder press is great. So an overhead press with a high angle, doesn't have to be vertical, but like 70 degrees, 65 degrees, depending. An overhead press some sort of a lateral raise with cables, with dumbbells, or Smith machine or barbell upright row. Great exercises. I love the Smith machine, and I have one that's angled, so I can really, it's very stable, and I can get a great angle on my for my shoulders. And then, of course, you're trying to hit the posterior deltoid too. So you could do focused posterior deltoid work. You can do, reverse pec deck. You could do cables. You could do single arm, 2-arm, or just do like an upper back row with your elbows flared, and you'll get plenty of posterior deltoid. IPSC Joe. Papa Swolio, why is it so fucking hard to change your habits to make a weight loss stick? Well, first off, you're focusing on your weight, which is not that important. You should focus on your muscle mass and losing fat, not weight. So the scale isn't really the most important thing. It's hard to change your habits because people don't realize where their habits are coming from. And usually it's not one habit. I want to eat better. We all know if you say I want to eat better, it's not, hey, I'm going to change my eating habit and then eat better. That's like 50 different habits. That's making different choices. That's preparing different foods. That's buying different foods. That's, scheduling things differently. That's preparing them in advance. That's all these different small micro habits. So when you have bad habits, you have to undo those bad ones and replace them with better ones. So it's not like, hey, I'm just going to do this habit instead. You're undoing habits and adding new ones. So it's usually 5 or 10 different things that you have to execute on. So check out the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a great book about setting small habits. Start small and then build from there. So for example, something little, if you want to start walking your dog more often, don't just be like, all right, I'm going to walk my dog for 2 hours today. Okay. You're probably going to be tired. It's going to take up a lot of your day, and then you're not going to want to do it again. Oh, I don't have 2 hours to walk my dog and I should be walking it more. Just do a 5-minute walk down the street, come back and just build the habit of doing it. And then you can extend that to like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So you start with something small and build it into your routine, and then you can expand it later. It's pretty much the theme of it. Alt account. I usually do mid-low extension. What's a mid-low extension? When I go to the gym, do you enjoy them too? I don't know what a mid-low extension is. What's that? Afnana. I need a program for workout and diet. Go to swolenormousx.com and join us. We have the Swolenormous app, and we have everything that you need at your fingertips. So join the fam, and then you can start one of our programs. The 90-day dash is the best place to start when you join. And then we have other programs like Swole Season, Maximum Swole, Scorched Earth, Swole Mastery. We got a lot of great programs. And remember, when you're choosing an exercise, because some of you are saying, hey, this is great for this is great for that. A lot of times it also comes down to what you have access to. So you might go to a gym that's usually busy. So an exercise that you might want to do, maybe the pec deck is always taken. So you like to do the pec deck. If it's available, cool, you jump on that. But it's like, oh, someone's always sitting on it, or there's usually people waiting for it. Then you might find, hey, but if I do this exercise instead, like let's say the Smith machine is always open. I mean, it depends on the gym, but maybe they have a couple Smith machines or it's usually available. Then just choose an exercise you could do there because you generally don't, or have options where, and this is what sometimes I'll do. I'll start a workout and sometimes I'm not sure what I want to do. So like today, I'm going to be doing legs, and maybe I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a leg press or whatever it is. But it's like, okay, for quads, and I'll put leg extension and then either squat press, pendulum squat, or Smith machine squat. Sometimes I'm not sure exactly which one I want to do. And then once I get to it, I'm like, okay, I feel like doing this. And I just circle that one and I do it. So give yourself like a couple options. So you're not like, oh, I'm going to do this exact workout. You get to the gym. Oh, that's taken. What am I going to do? And you have to wait for half an hour. That's stupid. So give yourself like a couple options, have a couple exercises that you kind of swap in and rotate in, and then do the one that's more easily accessible. So either it's open more at the gym, or, hey, if I'm doing this exercise A, this other one is right next to that machine. So I could just do that one. And then this one, it's easier for me to set up and I don't have to walk across the entire gym and set something else up. So it could just be out of convenience, or, hey, I want to save some time. I have less time than I normally do to work out. I don't want to be loading. You might not want to load all these plates onto a leg press because you guys know sometimes you have to get, and sometimes gyms, there's not enough 45s and you're looking and you're like, okay, I have to gather all these weights. You have to load up the weights and all this stuff. And that takes time. It does take energy too. And I'll be honest, sometimes I don't want to load up, all these different weights. If I want to do a different machine, I have to take them all off one and then add to another or whatever it is. So sometimes you're like, I'm just gonna do a leg extension, change the pin on the stack, and then boom, do it. Unless the weights are already there. So having a home gym, one of the machines I have, I just leave most of the plates on there already so I don't have to strip them off and move them all the time. So the convenience and the ease of execution or the location, because some gyms are 10, 20,000 square feet and you don't want to be going back and forth. It's just going to take you more time. South Africa in the house. Dope. And also, if you have a home gym, you can always set up the exercise the night before. So if you have a home gym, obviously if you have a home gym, people aren't going to be on the machine. You could always put the weights on or set it up for the next day. If you train early in the morning, do it the night before. Put the 25s on the bar, whatever you would warm up with, and this and the other, so you can wake up and you already have it set. So you can set up your workout the night before. For example, if you have to move your coffee table, you have a squat rack, and you have to kind of set things up, do it the night before so you wake up and you have it all ready to go. You don't have to it makes it easier to execute. So prepare in advance. Prepare in advance. Set yourself up for success. That's right.
We choose truth over facts.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Andreas, looking swole as usual, Papa. Keep it up. Oh, thank you.
Hi, puppy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
I posted a video with the ice shirt. And I saw someone that said, well, that's a very tone-deaf shirt. You should do better. I'm like, actually, I am doing better. In fact, you can buy one, get one 50% off now at papaswolio.com. Get fucked. Your feelings are welcome here, but they're not going to be listened to. Your feelings do not factor into the content. But thanks for watching. And if it offends you, good. Go somewhere else. Good. I feel like Emperor Palpatine, or like Mr. Burns, excellent. Yes. Tears. We like that. We like the crying. We love it. Skyshine, proper age for a girl to start going to the gym. What should she start with going to the gym now? Strength training program. Focus on legs, glutes, hip hinges. What's a proper age? That depends on the maturity and what exercises you're going to be doing. So you can start, kids can lift weights when they're 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old. They can lift with mom and dad but learn how to do the form. They shouldn't be doing hardcore reps to failure, but there's very light weights. They can still do some of the movements and learn, and you can educate them. For example, if you have kids, there's really no age specifically to start, but you shouldn't be pushing to failure like they're a pro bodybuilder when they're young. Their bones are still forming, but they can still do things with you. They can still experience it, right? You can have a little tiny bar, like a wood dowel or something, and they can be doing hip thrusts. And yeah, good job. That's not going to hurt them. That's great. They could do it with body weight. They could still learn how to do it. Kids love that shit. Kids want to climb stuff. Kids want to throw things. When I pop out a little mini Swolio, just think I have all these wood clubs. Kids are going to love that shit. They're going to hit themselves in the head with it. But they're all these wood clubs. They get to swing things and throw. Yeah, they get to. Kids want to do what you do. They want to. That's why you have to lead by example. They're going to want to do that. They're going to want to be a part of it. Pam says Theo is always grabbing my 5 pounds and doing rows while he's watching me. Yeah, he's not going to stunt his growth by just a 5-pound dumbbell. He's going to be and then put him down. It's awesome. That's great. Totally fine. Alex says, when I was talking to my mom about the ice shirt, she said she'd prefer I don't wear a shirt that I get slugged for or something worse for wearing. I don't know. I think if you wear the ice shirt, people are just going to run away from you. You're going to know who's actually illegal. I wanted to wear this around. Mama Swolio's please don't wear that. Please don't wear that in public. Please don't. You're doing the Lord's work, Alex. The Lord's work. Make America America again. That's what we do. All right, let's keep going. More questions? That's a good point. Matt says, make them help you drag all those 45 pounds over to the rack for leg day. I mean, that's probably too heavy for them if they're young. But you can also say that, hey, okay, bring this bar over here, and they can like drag it and they could be a part of it. You know? Yeah, they can help you load weights. All right, take that 5. They can lift a 5-pound plate, put that on the bar. You lift them up, put the pound, you know, they can really help. Get them involved. And plus, they're going to remember watching you lift. They're going to remember doing that. And then when they get older, they're going to want to do it with you. Don't you use Mama Swolio's name in vain. You watch out. AJ Max, I struggle with eating, but I don't know if I'm eating right either. Got building muscle as a woman with low body fat. What are the best meals to prep? I'm not really exactly sure what you're trying to say. You struggle with eating? Are you eating meat? Meat, eggs? Animal-based. Eat high-quality foods. Eat your protein. Get some quality carbs like sweet potatoes or white rice. Make sure you're eating, you know, enough protein. You don't need to be over-pounding protein. But you want to make sure that you're strength training, you're progressively overloading. That's the important aspect of it. You don't need to be like pounding excessive amounts of protein. People that are eating like 300 grams of protein, it's ridiculous. You don't need to mainline protein. Joey, Papa Swolio, sometimes I like to avoid eating protein before working out. Will that hurt my recovery if I also avoid eating carbs and fat? So what are you saying? You're not eating at all? Personally, I've been having some protein before I work out, and then I'll have some carbs during, and then afterwards I'll just eat food. I'll have like a meal. I'm not doing like a post-workout shake really, unless I'm not eating, you know, unless I don't have any food readily available. But I would say, you know, generally carbs during and after. I'll have a protein shake. I'll have some like whey protein before I have my pre-workout. So I get some protein in, so it kind of aids with the recovery or having the protein, getting it during. Something like intermittent fasting. I mean, it's your preference. If you're seeing results, that's fine. And if that's what you like to do, it also doesn't have to be something heavy. You don't have to be like eating a dense meal before you train. So I'll just have like some protein before, and then I'll have my intra-workout drink, which will have simple carbs and electrolytes and such. Go to fucking heaven, you king? That's a weird thing to say. All dogs go to heaven, though. Look at the mustard. Look at him. He's going to heaven, aren't you, Poppers? He loves his donut. Look at that shit. Look at him. He loves that fucking thing. Look at that mustard. Isn't that great? Can you guys see that all right? Yeah, there he is. Mustard, mustard, mustard. He loves his donut. Fucking loves it, man. All right. Don Grossils. Do I follow cut and bulk schedules or just slightly building lean mass all year round? I don't do cutting and bulking. If I feel like I'm getting a little heavy, I might just eat less carbohydrates or, you know, cut back in general a little bit. But I don't do cutting and bulking. You don't need to. It's easier for a lot of people, but you don't have to do that. Remember, if you're not progressively overloading, you're not building muscle. So you can get stronger without building muscle, especially beginning, right? Neurological adaptations or a novel exercise, but you're not going to be building muscle unless you're getting stronger. Got to be adding weight or reps or both. David Ortiz, the GOAT. What's the best way to go about creatine? Swallow it. Don't use I do not recommend creatine suppositories.
Matt Damon.
Take the creatine. Start off with like 5 grams a day and take it from there. I take anywhere between 10 and 20 grams a day. Swole Sama says he's like the dude on the plane staring at you as you board with the donut. Yeah, he just like, he has it on and you're walking down the aisle and he's just like, now he's off to the side. Look how big he is. He barely even fits on his bed. How you doing, Poppers? You doing good? You sleepies? Well, that's where you should put the 2 scoops. Instead of 2 scoops, the 2 poops. Just pop it in. Maine Marshall. I already have a mane long hair. Should I grow out a Viking beard to go with it? Obviously. The thing is with a beard is it's kind of like this vicious cycle. It's like a snowball running down the hill. If you start growing a beard, it will boost your testosterone. And then because your testosterone is boosted, you'll grow a bigger beard. And then your beard's bigger. So more testosterone, more beard, and it gets out of control. So you want to make more gains. Grow out that face forest. And then get yourself some mane gains. Shortly, soon available over at papaswolio.com. Let's go. Obviously. Oh, Fedoris, I am a soldier of the Hellenic Navy, and I work out all the time so I can join the Navy SEALs. Your videos push me all the time to be better. Thank you, Papa Swolio. Well, you're welcome. Good luck with all that. Let's see. Joe Dominguez, sometimes when I'm about to doom scroll for the day, I get hit with a funny video. Then you transition to the video saying, go to the fucking gym. It's so brutal and I feel attacked. You are attacked. Yeah. You should feel that emotional damage run right through you.
Emotional damage!
You should feel that emotional damage coursing through your veins and then go to the fucking gym. Grow your pine bush for testosterone. Your pine bush? Oh, your pube bush for testosterone. Oh, there you go. All right. You could put mane gains on your pubes. Nice and soft. It's a nice pillow. It works. If you're watching on Rumble and YouTube, hashtag ICE. I curl every day. We're rounding up everyone. We're rounding up everyone that doesn't go to the fucking gym. So drop that in the comments down below. On Rumble for a chance to win, of course. I'm rocking the ICE merch and the GTTFG maroon hat. Everything. Hats, flags, ringtones. What'd I say? Mugs, hoodies. Everything we got over at papaswolio.com is buy one, get one, 50% off. Buy 7, get 7, 50% off. Buy 49, get 49% off and a reach around. So
wow.
Stock up. Load up. Load up. I was in the gym. I did chest and biceps. What do I think? I think you went to the gym and did chest and biceps. I think it's a good thing. Going to the gym is good. Going to the gym. And going to the fucking gym is just the first part. So I'm trying to get people in the fucking door. And then it matters what you're actually doing. So you got to make sure you're doing things properly. It's Independence Day here in Argentina. The whole family is getting pork and sweet potatoes, including the 1.5-year-old baby and the dogs. There we go. Based Argentina. Put some chimichurri on that. Churrasco. Hincha pelota. I always hear that. No rompe bolas, Papa Swole. I'm going to the puto gimnasio. No rompe bolas. Back from the gym and Papa's streaming. Awesome. There you go. If you guys want to catch the full show, click the link in the bio and come on over to Rumble and YouTube. So we're going to move on to the rest of the show. We're just taking a few more questions and then we're moving into the balls deep portion. All right. Main Marshal, what's the best way? Get it? What's the best way to find grass-fed steak? I find grass-fed ground beef easy. Do grocery stores usually have grass-fed steak? Some do. Some do. You could order them online. There's a lot of great places to order online. There's U.S. Wellness Meats. There's Dutch Meadows, Miller's Biofarm. There are a lot of if you just type in grass-fed and finished beef online, you'll see a ton of. I've never used ButcherBox. I know there's one of them, but there's a lot of companies that do regenerative farming, that do grass-fed and finished beef that ship nationwide. And sometimes you could do a quarter of a cow. You could find a local butcher. It really depends. There's farmers markets and stuff like that locally that you can find steaks and things of that nature. So it's always better to support local because it supports your local community. But you can find all sorts of different things. You can find the prices and the shipments and the stuff that you like. It's good to have different options because sometimes you want to get something if you want to order online and they're out of stock or whatever. Yeah, Sprouts. Sprouts is great. Sprouts is awesome. Sprouts is better than Whole Foods. We like it better than Whole Foods. Mendez Adrian, 1112. If you could choose a single exercise for each muscle group, what would they be? I don't like those questions. I'm not going to go through all these different exercises. So if you have a specific body part, because I don't pick one exercise. I don't do one exercise. And these things where it's if you could only do one, well, I don't have to do only one. I can mix it up. I can do different ones that have different purposes. What I will say that's important is that you're not doing, most people where they screw up with their programming is they have redundancy where they do multiple exercises that do the same thing. They'll do a squat, they'll do a back squat, and then a front squat, and then they'll do a leg extension, and then they'll do a leg press, and they'll also do a hack squat. It's you're just doing the same exercise 6 different times. So you're just beating a dead horse. So it's really important to not have redundancy in your programming because you'll cut down a lot on the fatigue. You'll have more stimulus, you'll recover faster, and you can train it again. So you're better off just choosing an exercise and you can cycle through. So if you do lower body twice a week or upper body twice a week, just do one of the exercise on one day and then a different exercise on the next day and just alternate back and forth or rotate 3 through. Because even if you train a certain exercise over the course of 10 days, that's fine. It's not like your body's going to not get the proper stimulus and, it's going to forget about the original exercise. As long as you're implementing it, every other workout or so, you're totally fine. So you could definitely have a couple different ones that you cycle through. Just want to make sure that you're not doing redundant things in the same workout because you're not going to get all the benefits. Dante. I eat after meal and milkshake, completely 70 grams of protein. What do you think? It's a healthy food? Yeah. I don't even know what you're asking me. You have a 70-gram protein shake? That's a lot of protein. I don't think you don't need all that at one time, but again, if you're seeing results, people overeat. That's why when people bulk, they just put on fat. Hey, I gained 5 pounds on the scale. You put on fat and water. You're not putting on muscle that quick. So are you getting stronger? If your weights aren't going up, you're not building muscle. You're just putting on fat. and water. So make sure you don't want your weight. If your weight's going up, but your strength isn't improving, then you're just putting on fat. So you want to make sure that your strength is improving. It's a slow crawl. So you have to make sure that you're getting stronger. If you're doing 100 pounds for 6 reps and you're getting 7 and then 8, that's cool. Like you're going down the right road for building muscle. Then you get towards 9 or 10 reps. You add on 5 pounds. You're doing 105 for 6, then 105 for 7, then 105 for 8. Over the course of weeks, you're building muscle. That's the whole goal. And if you're changing your exercises too much, you're getting a lot of novel stimulus. You don't just build muscle immediately. And if you choose a new exercise, you'll see the strength go up a little bit more quickly at the beginning, just because of neurological adaptations. It's not muscle building right away. Pam says, my older people on here, do y'all wake up with random bruises? No reason, didn't hit anything. Bruises? No, that's not normal. Unless you're sleeping on a body part wrong. And does that happen more if you have like thin blood or X, Y, and Z? You're probably, it's definitely not no reason. There's a reason for that. You're probably sleeping on something or too much pressure, getting a little like edema or something. I know some people bruise easier than others, but Rualdo. Accidentally found you at 296 pounds in February. Today I stand at 233, 60 pounds down in 5 months. Oof.
Wow.
And I just wanted to say thank you. Your content got me going, but here I am. I appreciate the motivation. Well, good for you. Good for you. You did the work. You did the work. I appreciate the thanks, but you put in the work, so good for you. Rafa, Papa Soya, what can you recommend me to stop thinking about her? Go to the fucking gym and get jacked. Get jacked. If I could give one piece of advice, obviously, it's the same advice I give everyone. If you're a dude, get jacked. Stop chasing girls. Get fucking swole. Get swole. Build your discipline. Build your self-esteem. Get jacked. It's going to help you in all aspects of your life. That kind of discipline and focus. It exudes off of you. Like when you're in social settings and stuff, you can't buy muscles. You can't buy the discipline. So the way you carry yourself, posture, having muscle, having better posture, having that confidence. The gym. Lift weights, get jacked. And it shows, look, honestly, it shows that you can be, I'm not saying that just because you're jacked doesn't mean you're automatically a good person, but it shows that you have integrity. It shows that, it shows that you keep promises to yourself. You have that kind of discipline. You have that kind of relentless pursuit, and you have good habits in that sense. So these are things that are understated. That are instantly received or instantly sensed by people in social settings. Nick says, since I stopped powerlifting and switched to higher reps with relatively less weight, my joints and tendons are better and I'm down 7 pounds in a week. Yeah, good man. Probably less inflammation too. Anyone that says, if you're lifting heavier weights and lower reps, like it is more stress on the joints. It just is. It's more stress overall, right? You're closer to your max. This is why if you're lifting really heavy, lower repetitions, I would just leave that last rep off, right? If you're doing higher repetitions like 8, 9, 10, you could push closer to failure. But for me, there's a bunch of certain body parts I just don't like going that heavy and that low. So I did that for a while. It's just, I don't like that kind of, especially for legs. I don't like doing like the 4 or 5 reps. Personally, I don't like going that low. And that's just preference. But still, my proximity to failure is the same, whether I'm doing 8 or 9. And some people might think 8 or 9 reps is low reps, but that's just, for me, that's higher reps. So I'm not doing 13, 14, 15, 12 reps. But for me, keeping it like at the low end, 5 or 6, 6 to 10, I kind of like, I've always liked that range. So I prefer that myself. All right, last chance for questions. Last chance. Last chance. Last chance. How many years have I been in bodybuilding? Like, how many years have I been training? 25. 25 years. 25. 25. Main Marshal, Papa Soy, is it safe for me to just to jump right in and try raw milk? Yeah, I would recommend for raw milk, I would recommend A2 dairy. Sheep or goat is automatically A2. Otherwise, if it's cow milk, you want to try to do A2 casein, A2 milk. That's generally easier to digest. So if people have issues with lactose, you could do kefir. But if you're doing raw dairy, raw sheep milk, raw goat milk is easier to digest. Goat milk is homogenized, so it's a little bit thinner. It's a little bit more watery, but it's good. Kefir is great too. And just try a little bit. You know, don't just drink like a gallon of milk. Like, it's raw dairy. It's supposed to be good. And your stomach is going to be... So just have a little bit and see how you feel. I've eaten, I can't even tell you how many raw eggs I've eaten in my life. Raw liver, raw heart. I've never had any issues. The only time I ever had an issue is when I had some frozen cream in the freezer that shouldn't have been consumed. And I consumed it. It was not a good idea. I had two issues. One was like essentially old cream, but it was frozen. It was in a deep freezer and I didn't realize how old it was. And colostrum, and it was too old. So if you're freezing raw dairy, like cream or colostrum or something, you should only do that it's only like, maybe 3-6 months at the max. So if you have frozen cream that's 2 years old, don't drink it. Don't drink it. That's wisdom right there. That's wisdom. But I've never had any issues. The only other issues I've had with food is like things like sushi or actually fruit, like blueberries, and not frozen blueberries, but like fresh blueberries or raspberries. I had a couple bad experiences. I've never had issues with raw meat or eggs or anything like that, but I've had issues with like fruit, because sometimes the fruit, and there might be some, you guys know that you buy fresh raspberries or blueberries, and after like a day or two, there might be like a little white, mold starts forming on them. You have to wash it really well. So I prefer frozen fruit in a lot of cases. But I'll eat bananas and mangoes and watermelon. I've been having tough time finding a good watermelon. Every time you buy one, it's like gnarly. And I love watermelon. But there's not too many things worse than bad watermelon. Because it's not just the fact that it tastes bad, it's disappointing. And it's really hard to pick a good one because you don't know what's inside. Sometimes it feels good and it, has like has all the signs of good watermelon. You open it up and it's like, oh God, this is fucking bad. PK, what's your opinions or thoughts on the weight sleds with wheels? They are recommended to me often, but I don't know how they differ from regular sleds other than wheels. Good if you have, sometimes the ones with wheels, you don't put plates on them, but they have like gears that you can adjust for the strength. They're totally fine. They're totally fine. And a lot of times gyms will have those so it doesn't damage the floor, or they don't have a turf area. Or if you're outside, let's say you have one, but you only have concrete, dragging a sled, you can do that, but it's like scraping and, so the wheels can just be less damaging. But if you buy one at home, those things are usually more expensive. With like the torque ones are like $600-700 or something. So it's all the same thing, pretty much. Just a different way to get the resistance. But you can still do reverse sled with those. You have a belt on it. You can still pull it. So with the wheels, it's fine. As long as you have the resistance, it's totally fine. A lot of gyms have that just because it's not going to damage the floor. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I never got into buying one of those. So I just have a sled outside. I leave it out there. And I have a couple plates, individual weight plates that I got. They're used. They're all like beat up and rusty. I just go out there with my belt, hook it on there. And you have to do a lot. I just do like, a couple little mini laps back and forth and then boom, unhook it and just leave it outside. You could also just there's carpet sleds. There's ones for inside if you have an apartment. from Spud. And it's just like a little, like, it's like a leather flap. You just put a plate on top of it and you just walk back and drag it across your carpet and it won't do any damage. You could literally put weights on a sheet, you know? I mean, you have to hold on to it with your hands, or you can makeshift something, or a towel, like a beach towel. Put some sand on it, like put a sandbag and just walk backwards. It's really the same thing. Swole Salmon, nothing beats just dragging dead weight on a tire with a rope, old school. Again, like if you're, and the thing is, the difference between like a tire or whatever is maybe the consistency. It might catch on something or it might not drag smoothly, but it's really the same thing for the most part, you know? You're not gonna be able to push it as easily unless you have a really flat surface, but it's just more friction. It's not meant to be dragged like that, but you can definitely do it. You could drag anything. You can have like you can tie a belt with a rope and like hook a couple cinder blocks onto it and drag it backwards. It just might flip. It might get caught on the grass or something, but you're dragging, just dragging it. The real Gid, the kid. I'm 19, 5'7", been lifting for 8 months, weight 170 pounds, currently bench 215, but I'm plateauing. Is this good progress? And what would you suggest? What would you suggest I do to overcome this and hit 225? Keep going. I don't know what your split is, but understand that a lot of times if you hit a plateau, more is not the answer. More sets is not the answer. More volume. You might be not recovering enough if you're hitting a plateau. And also when it comes to benching, I don't do flat benching. I do flat benching on my Smith machine, but I don't do barbell benching. It's overrated. And make sure, and that's another thing, when you're trying to like activate your chest. Same thing with lats, with pull downs. People arch their back. That's not how you hit your lats. And when you're doing chest pressing, arching your back, that's not optimizing the stress on your chest. You want to suck your stomach in and kind of keep your back flat so you're getting your chest more. You don't want to arch your back tremendously. Same thing with lats. You want to like lean back, suck your stomach in, round your lower back, and do your pull downs like this. It's going to hit the lats a lot more. Arching your back and doing this is not hitting your lats well. That'll get more upper back and less on your lats. So it really depends on what you're trying to do. Cerny says, get a couple kids in a blanket and drag them around the house. And they love it. They're just be giggling and laughing, and you're getting your quads and your knees worked in. Maine Marshall, it's amazing how much people live in ignorance. Yeah, on every aspect. I never really thought about the food and what I'm eating, the quality, and how my negative health symptoms were from my diet most of my life. Yeah, and then you get pissed off. You know, then you get pissed off and you realize how much you've been lied to. And then, you know, you go down the rabbit hole and you realize how many other things are toxic, and you just get, you know, you don't want to get pissed off and get bummed out and pessimistic, but because you're in control of all these things. It's just, it gets upsetting, especially when you first kind of get your mind blown. It's like this with the monetary system. Once you start learning about Bitcoin, you realize the entire structure is designed to be broken. Like, it's a broken system. So the reason why things are progressively getting shittier with inflation, all that stuff, is because the system is actually designed this way. It's designed to be broken. So there's no fixing it. No matter what anyone tells you, like, it's already broken. Same thing with nutrition and sick care. It's not healthcare. So the system is fundamentally broken. So you can't fix it from within the system. You have to step outside the system and do it yourself with everything. And the system is designed to keep you dependent on it. So you have the feminized society, mostly coming from Democrats, for example, that keep on voting for free shit, voting for the nanny state, and voting for the big daddy government to take care of everything. Give me free stuff. Give me free food. Give me free money. Give me free this. Take care of us. You know, you have to step outside all this bullshit and take care of your own health. And everyone starts somewhere, you know, everyone starts somewhere. So you might hear a lot of things that I say and be like, oh, that's ridiculous. That's excessive. Well, you don't know what I know, and you haven't been through all the stuff that I've been through. So you got to start somewhere and start peeling back the layers of the onion. Maine Marshall, I was having migraines and anxiety and all sorts of issues. All of a sudden, a couple years ago, started making small improvements to my diet, exercising, getting sun, and my symptoms disappeared. You don't fucking say. Good for you, dude. But don't forget, getting the sun. No. Maine Marshall. Don't forget, the sun's going to kill you. If you go in the sun, you're going to get cancer. You better slather all these toxic chemicals all over your skin so you don't get skin cancer. Be careful. The sun's going to kill you. It's like it's the most idiotic thing. The sun is, I tweeted this the other day. The sun is responsible for all life on Earth, but don't go outside. You're going to get cancer. Bullshit. There are studies that show that lack of sun actually increases all these cancers. Get the fuck out of here. Don't put all this sunblock on. Go outside, get sun all over your body. Just limit your exposure and build up to it. Sun is amazing. The sun cures everything. Being hyperbolic, but the sun is important. And go outside with bare feet. Make sure you're touching grass. Go outside and ground. That's not a joke. You'll feel instantly better if you're on grass with your bare feet. It's not like first thing in the morning you go outside and walk on grass. It's like, oh, you'll feel just like a sigh of relief. It's awesome. But I burn in the sun. Yeah, because you get none, and then you go outside at 12 o'clock and you're eating seed oils and all these toxic, and you're trying to get sun on your neck and your forearms. No, you need it on your body. And sunglasses are awful. I'm wearing sunglasses inside. I'm wearing these like blue blocker glasses because I'm staring at 5 screens, but I never wear sunglasses outside. Put a hat on. You have photoreceptors in your eyes and your body will get confused. If you're blocking the UV, your body doesn't know to produce more melanin. Your body doesn't know how to react to the sun if you're blocking your photoreceptors in your eyes. Yeah, this also doesn't mean like lay out in the sun and cook like a chicken like you're baking. Don't just lay out there for like 10 hours and get sunburn. You have to build up to it. Get early morning sun, get evening sun. Build up to it. But the foods you eat, and then you hear people like, oh, that's conspiracy theory. Eating seed oils doesn't increase burning. Yeah, it does. Eating garbage food. What do you think your skin is made up of? What do you think everything in your body is made up of? It's made up of byproducts of what you consume. If you eat toxic garbage, you have toxic garbage in your skin. You have toxic garbage in your organs all over your body. So get rid of the crap. Go back to nature. Get off your phone. Stop staring at screens. Get away from fluorescent lights. Go get some sun. Exercise. Get quality sleep. Read books. Stop being a tard. Correct. Ellie says, if you start by going outside first light, you can tolerate more sunlight later in the day. And a lot of people that have insomnia or trouble sleeping, you're not getting early morning sun. First thing you do when you wake up, you should go outside, get sun on your eyes, touch grass, walk around and on earth. Early morning sun will set your circadian rhythm. If you're staying inside, people don't get sun until like the evening. It's like, that's why you can't sleep. Your body has no idea that's daylight. It's getting artificial light all day. And then people finally go outside and they put sunblock, sunblock, or they're wearing glasses, and then you're just interrupting all the signals that your body responds to. Staring at a screen can get you information. Well, I'm not saying don't use screens, but use them appropriately. That's why I like listening to podcasts and stuff. I don't have to stare at a screen, or reading books, things like that. 156 remaining. Do I have a limit for live streams? All right, so we'll be here for another minute. Weird. All right, we'll wrap up now. So if you're on Instagram, click the link in bio and come catch the rest of the show. We're live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. So if you click the link, you'll see merch, buy one, get one 50% off, membership specials for the Swolenormous app. And the rest of the podcast continues on Rumble and YouTube. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. I guess there was a limit to how much I can stream. All right. Bow, 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 bow. Making sit gains. Boom, boom. Making sit gains. The Great Dr. Delta, A.A. Ron, Major Anuncio. I finished The Great Cholesterol Myth. Oh, that's That's a good book. Should be made as mandatory reading. I agree. It's the only book in my library that I've defaced. Oh, you've like highlighted it and stuff. Good for you. AR Songer, I'm 50 years old and out of shape. Which program should I start with? Foundation workouts and foundation workouts and foundation, or 90-day dash, or a different one. Start with the 90-day dash. That's the foundational program. So that's going to be the best place for you to kind of like expose those weaknesses, balance, and stability. But then as you go through the program, you'll do more endurance in the Ignite portion, and then you'll get into more of the bodybuilding hypertrophy portion. And then after the 90-day dash, you can either repeat it or you can transfer into one of the other programs. And then once you get to that point, depending on what your goals are, we can adjust you accordingly. You're probably like maximum swole after you do the 90-day dash. Good question. Freya says, it took me going to Alaska to get sunburned this year. To be fair, I was out kayaking all day on the 4th. Well, that's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. You were just outside all day. All day. All right, let's go balls deep. Yas beaches.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
That's deep. It's so deep. It's so deep. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? We got a couple videos. I posted this on X. Didn't get as much reach, I hoped. I posted on Instagram. It's getting a lot more. I thought this was really funny. I was very proud of myself. I made this with AI. Actually, it's real. And it's Jim Cramer saying, don't go to the fucking gym. If you know, you know.
Matt Damon.
If you don't know, that's a guy from, was it CNN or Mad Money? MS, whatever it is. And he's notoriously absolutely wrong about his predictions. So there's actually funds and traders and accounts called the Inverse Kramer, where people make a shitload of money literally doing the exact opposite of things he recommends. So it's obviously a joke. So if he's saying don't go to the fucking gym, guess what you do? You go to the fucking gym. So you go to the fucking gym. I'm bullish on the gym. Let's see. All right. This video is hilarious. If you didn't know, the billionaire Peter Thiel did an interview that was pretty fucking weird recently. But this spoof video of these guys that were like pretending to, they do a bunch, like they'll pretend to be producers for all these different interviews and react. So I thought this was funny, and we're going to watch it because it just doesn't get old. It gets better every time you watch it. So this is Peter Thiel's assistant during his New York Times interview. So we're going to play this right now.
All right, Peter, you've been doing great so far. Just some layup questions ahead, and let's bring this home.
I think you would prefer the human race to endure, right?
Wait, let me do this again. The volume.
All right, Peter, you've been doing great so far. Just some layup questions ahead, and let's bring this home.
I think you would prefer the human race to endure, right?
No way.
You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes.
I don't know. I would.
Yeah, yes. The answer's yes.
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit
Should
in this.
the human race survive?
Yes. The only answer is yes.
Yes.
Great.
But
fuck.
I also would like us to radically solve these problems.
Right.
And so
What is he talking about?
Yeah, transhumanism. Human natural body gets transformed into an immortal body. And there's a critique of, let's say, the trans people in a sexual context, or I don't know, transvestite is someone who changes their clothes and cross-dresses. We want more than cross-dressing or changing your sex organs. We want you to be able to change your heart and change your mind, your whole body. And then Orthodox Christianity.
And they just slowly sidewalk out of the video. Oh my God. That's fucking great. That's fucking great. All right, I watched this video and I have an easy fix for this problem. Let's watch this person. I don't know what platform this was. We'll watch this too. Nice. All right, let's check this out. This is called McDonald's New Sizes. So I have an easy fix for this, but let's play this video first.
McDonald's, count your fucking days. Count your fucking days, McDonald's. What do you mean this is the new medium fry? This is a fucking small. This is a small fry. You can write medium on the bag all you fucking want, but it's still a fucking small. Be so for real. Be so for real.
I don't know what "be so for real" means, but I'll tell you something. You don't need McDonald's fries. Just based on this video, that's something that you do not need. If you're angry about not getting enough garbage fucking food in your gullet, there's other problems. So you could just not eat poison. How about that? This is not big enough for me. Listen, tons of fun. You don't need it. You don't need the fries.
Matt Damon.
Solution, don't eat garbage. So, fucking idiot. All right. So let's see what we got here. Let's do let's do a short one first. None of them are really short, but we'll do, actually, you know what? I'm just going to raffle it off today. Let's take, I guess we'll pick a number one. It doesn't matter. They're all about a minute. So even when we win, we all lose. All right, let's do a video. Here we go. This one's called Fat Is Not a Choice.
What's in the box?
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
Like,
Jesus.
I haven't spent the better part of 20 years and $30,000 trying to slim up into a standard that was impossible to begin with. Nobody chooses to have someone hate them. No one chooses to be in bodies that other people will hate them for. No one chooses doctors that don't listen, or stores that only go up to extra large, or people who feel like they can comment on your body like it's a public property that they get to have an opinion on. If shame worked to make people thin, there would be no fat people. If shame worked, there would be no fat people. I deserve to be well clothed, regardless of my size. Every body deserves to have high quality clothing, regardless of what size they are.
Everyone deserves to have clothing. They're called bed sheets or tarps. There's tarps. There's tarps. You know what's also brutal? Hold on. I think the internet's... Okay, we'll come back. It says... I just moved that to the archive folder. And it says... Fat is not a choice. You know what's the crazy thing? The title of these videos... Fat is not a choice, MP4... already exists in this location. Do you want to replace it with the newer one you're moving? Unfortunately, I'm going to keep both of them. We already have a Fat Gunch titled video. Let's see. All right, let's do this one, a tractor cover. Yeah, I believe they're called tarps. Tops.
What's in the box?
Right, it's called tops. This one's called Still Anti-Diet. Oh, I bet this is a huge bitch.
I've lost a lot of weight lately, but I'm still anti-diet and still fat positive. Here's why. Because it has...
Because I need followers. I lost a lot of weight, but I'm still anti-diet. And I'm still fat positive. But here's why. I know why. Because you're still fat. And you need to keep your followers. So, again, you can't hold these two things in the same place. It's... pick one. I'm still fat positive, but I'm making changes. So don't unfollow me. Right. Don't unfollow me because I still want your views. Right. Okay, so let's do soundboard.
That's a huge bitch.
Let's do it again.
I've lost a lot of weight lately, but I'm still anti-diet and still fat positive. Here's why. Because it hasn't made any difference. Specifically, I mean, it hasn't made any difference to how I feel about myself. Yes, there are...
I still hate myself. I don't blame you. I hate myself too if I were you. But it's probably because of your personality. And you're holding two conflicting ideas in your head at the same time, and my realities are colliding. But it still hasn't changed how I feel about myself. You don't say. You don't say. I'm shook. I'm shook. I'm shooketh. Crocky, I'm shooketh.
Some privileges that come with weight loss. Like, I'm a size 18 male, which is stocked a lot more broadly than when I was a size 24. But
Whoa! Whoa! Wow.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
This isn't about gender, but that was the right soundboard.
here's the thing. My motivation for losing weight had nothing to do with losing weight, actually. I'm taking meds for my migraines. My migraines are gone, so that has been life-changing.
Okay, pause. Perfect. Oh, I was taking medications for my migraines, and my migraines are gone. What did we just talk about? How about not eating garbage that's causing you migraines? Right? Didn't someone, right in the comments, we're just talking about, oh, my migraines, if you eat better and you change your migraines are going to be gone. You're causing your migraines. That's not normal. It's not genetic.
Had nothing to do with losing weight, actually. I'm taking meds for my migraines. My migraines are gone, so that has
Oh, congratulations on your medication. Oh, but my migraines.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
been life-changing. But in terms of weight loss, I haven't gone into this imagining that if I lose weight, I will somehow be a better person.
Could have saved you the time there.
Matt Damon.
Don't be mean, Papa Sawyer. Don't be mean. I could have saved you the time. I could have got you right to the finish line. I could have given you that like Mario World warp, you know, like the first couple levels. I could have taken you right to the 8th level. I could have just warped it to the end. Like the wizard. Fred Savage would have been stunned. I would have helped you. I would have helped you. You like that reference? Yeah. You like that reference? I might get a power glove even.
That I will be more worthy, more lovable, that I'll have more friends, that I'll be more successful, like blah, 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 blah. No.
No. No. No. No. I can't lose weight. No. I'm not going to be a better person. No. No. Chew on that. No. Eat some steak. No. 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 No.
I better use my strong hand.
No. My favorite animal is a narwhal. Nar. Nar. Should you go to the gym? Yes or nar? Okay. I'm done. Okay. We'll continue. I can't help it.
I don't believe that me having lost weight or me being in a different size body is at all interesting. It's not interesting to me. I don't spend a ton of time thinking about it.
Except making a fucking long ass video that we're sitting through. Yeah, it's not. Look at those fucking eyes. It's not interesting. Trust me, it's not interesting to me either.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
I don't want you to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to make my social media about it. It's not.
I don't want to talk about it. Continues to talk fucking about it. I don't want to make my social media about it. Her ad is the fat bride, so it's all she makes videos about. So yeah, okay, keep. What the fuck? I don't want to keep talking about it. Continues to talk about it. I don't want to make videos about it. Her whole account's about it. Cool. Any other lies in the meantime? You got 18 seconds of bullshit left.
Interesting. Here's the thing. When you actually do the work to change the way that you view your body, to change how significant your body is to you, how much your body size and the look of your body is related to your self-worth, then losing or gaining weight doesn't mean anything to you.
I'm confused. I'm so confused. You actually lost. I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. I know you were talking about. It's just so stupid. when the fucking retard worlds collide.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that
retard in my eye.
was
Hold on.
used during the Civil War era.
Loud noises!
All right. It burns us, Precious. One more Swole card throwback. Here we go. This one's called It's Okay to Be Overweight.
What's in the box?
Coming to a moon face near you. So it takes up the whole screen, bruh. The whole fucking screen.
No, this person was trying to defend me, and this is no hate to this person whatsoever. But I do think we need to stop assuming that everyone who's in a bigger body is unhealthy or unhappy or desperately trying to change it.
Well, definitely not trying to change it. You're not healthy. Fact. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think when I see a fat person walking into Krispy Kreme, the first thing I think of, like, they're trying to change their body. Yeah, they're trying to get fucking worse.
Because you truly cannot decipher someone's health based on their body and the way they...
You can do a pretty good job. You can do a pretty good job. Now, the argument here is like, well, if someone's lost a lot of weight or they're skinny, they might have cancer. Okay. If you're fat, you could have cancer too. If you're fat, you're not healthy. Just because being thin doesn't automatically mean you're healthy, doesn't mean that being obese is like, well, that's fine. You can't tell. I can tell. I can fucking tell. I can tell. How about this? You're not as healthy as you could be or should be. How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that?
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Maybe they have AIDS.
Work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
Well, Magic Johnson's fine. Isn't he? Okay. Let's continue.
Look, you just can't.
Yes,
And I understand that it's really, really hard for people to grasp that nuance. We have been...
Oh, that ain't nuance. That's morbidity. Nothing nuanced about being obese. I'll tell you that much. Tell that to the Earth that has to deal with. Tell that to the Earth's crust. This poor fucking planet has to carry you. You know, you have Atlas that carries the world on its back. The Earth has to carry yo ass. Come on now. Come on now.
Taught and conditioned for our whole lives that you need to be a certain size to be healthy, you need to look a certain way to be healthy, etc. And here's the thing, I knew when I got on here in my bigger body and said...
In my bigger body. Oh, this is my bigger body.
And here's the thing, I knew when I got on here in my bigger body and said...
In my bigger body. Oh, this is my bigger body. I'm so tired of that you've trashed. There are a lot of cars on the road. Some people don't change the oil. They don't change the tires. Their fenders are falling off, right? They don't maintain their car. So it falls apart. And then you see people that have, let's say, classic cars, or they have an older car and they take care of it a lot. It's got 300,000 miles on it and it runs fine because they take care of it. That's your body. You trash your body. You trash your body. You fucking trashed it. I'm in a bigger body because of your habits. That's the result of your habits. And you're coming on here trying to justify your shit fucking habits.
That original video that I am not in peak shape of my life, but I'm really happy and I'm still doing well. I am not in peak shape of my life. That I am not in peak shape of my life. That I am not in peak shape of my life, but that I am not in peak shape of my life. I am not in peak shape of my life. I am not in peak shape of my life.
Yeah, buddy.
But I'm really happy and I'm still doing well. I knew that would trigger some people because I knew that if a thin person came on here and said it, it would not even be acknowledged. It would just be like, oh yeah, good for you, girl. But because someone in a bigger body is coming on and saying like, hey, I'm not in the best shape of my life right now.
You don't say. You do not say. She wants to be more than hugged.
But it's okay to have seasons where you're not. That's where people are like, well, you're justifying being overweight.
Are we calling, is that what we're calling now? Seasons? I'll tell you what the seasons are. We got spring, we got summer, we got fall, and we have winter. There ain't no fat season. Whale season? Unless I'm missing something.
You must have like a mental health problem that's making you overweight. Like, okay.
No, you just have shitty fucking habits. You have garbage habits. Again, all you're seeing is this video. And I've said this, we're never going to get the information, but I'm saying objectively, let's say I could boom, hit a button, and I would see, and we would all see, let's say her like a life log. Okay. If we just got a printout, boom, this is what time she gets up every day. Like this is her weekly schedule, or let's say the past 6 months, we see everything that she eats, everything. And we can just be like, this is the reason why. All the products that she uses, all the habits, I guarantee, you know, we make the changes and stuff that we would do in the Swole fam and boom, it would just come right off. Of course it would. Of course it would. Jesus Christ.
This body got me through an ED. This body...
Oh, yeah, an eating disorder. You don't fucking say. You still do. Again, this is the victim culture. This is why for so many people, therapy just makes shit worse. An eating disorder, you're labeling yourself. It's shitty fucking habits. Like, when you label yourself, I have this, you're just playing the victim. You're victimizing yourself forever. And you're justifying poor behavior today because of poor habits and behavior yesterday, for example. And you're punishing yourself because you hate yourself. And you don't see it that way because, yeah, it's like the cognitive dissonance. It's like you're trying to justify poor behaviors and the perpetuation of poor behaviors.
Is the one that takes me on walks every single day, takes me to the gym multiple times a week.
What the fuck is with this separation of like, my body takes me on walks? Are you a dog? You're in control of your body. This body takes me to the gym. This body takes me on walks. What are you talking about? That's you. That's your body. That's you. It's you. My body takes me out. Oh, my body fed me this today. My body took me today. Oh, my body took me to the store today. Oh, I went with my body. Fuck, man. It's fucking weird. It's just weird.
ED. This body is the one that takes me on walks every single day, takes me to the gym multiple times a week, takes me to heated Pilates. Like, this body does a lot for me. And so it's okay for me to be in this body and not want to.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
What in the fuck is that? It's like thinking about yourself in the third person. It's weird. My body's going to take me to the gym today. My body is going to take me through a leg workout today. You're mentally, there's a weird derangement, like schizophrenic type shit here.
Me to heated Pilates. Like, this body does a lot for me. And so it's okay for me to be in this body and not want to change it.
Again, I told you, look, I'm not being mean. This is like, you're justifying not changing. It's okay for me to be in this body. Whose approval are you looking for? You're looking for yourself. You're making this video because you're trying to, Like, no one fucking cares. Oh, this body takes me. Go to the fucking gym. Do your heated Pilates. You need to eat better. You need to lift heavier. You need to do better shit at the gym. Like, your habits still suck if you're not making massive changes because you're not eating. You think you are. You're not. The heated Pilates. Okay. It's not going to help. It's okay. That's not going to change your life. It's your nutrition habits and all the other birth control and medications that you're on and shit like that. It's so fucking weird. It's okay to not change it. Again, justification for perpetuating bad behavior.
Will my body change at some point when my circumstances change? Maybe. Your body.
Will my body change when my circumstances change? Again, no onus of control. No control. Will my body change when my Well, what do you mean circumstances change? You mean when your habits change? When you actually take control and stop playing the victim like you're just a passenger in your life? That's so fucking weird, right? It's so weird. This is such a mental disorder. This is like a schizophrenic break. It's like a fracturing of your like you're not even, what are you, like all horcruxed out? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you actually talking about?
He deserves respect, regardless of the season that it's in, and regardless of the way it looks. So treat it with respect. End of story. And please stop judging other people on the way they look. Thank you.
I'm not judging on the way you look. I'm judging on the retarded shit you're saying. Because it's fucking retarded. Okay.
You went full retard, man.
All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Don't think like that. Go to the fucking gym. Take care of yourself. Take control of your life. Will my body take me to work today? Will my body take me to the gym today? I don't know. Maybe my circumstances change. My body will change. Ooh, my circumstances. My circumstances are changing now. My body's like, I'm going to match those circumstances. All right. Ice baby. Let's give away today's Swole card. Let's go now. Let's go now. Falcon. Pick me a winner.
Shut up, bitch!
Scroll. Oh, we got a winner today. It is, drum roll. Do I have a drum roll? The great Dr. Delta. Hey, AA Ron. Picking up an ice W. All right, put some ice in that tea, brother. There you go. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3351 in the subject, your mailing address, and by the email. Congratulations, AA Ron. All right, our Tolkien Swole card winner. Hey-o. All right, congratulations.
Well, I could be wrong.
Congratulations.
But I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
And then I look down. See, look, how do I get shit done? How do I stay focused on the show? Look at this. Ready? Look at this. I look down. Look at her. Look at Pinkston Churchill. Look at that. Aww. How can I get anything done with the cutes? Look at her. She's like, I want to give you belly. You want belly rubs? Oh, she does. Yeah, look at those little toe beans. Pinkston Churchill. It's Pinkston Churchill. Look at her ears. Oh, it's your bellies. Oh, the belly rubs. We'll give you. Yes, you get in there. You get in the bellies. Oh, you get into bellies. You get into bellies. Shake those bellies. Shake the bellies. Shake the bellies. Shake the bellies. Ooh. It's a belly rub. It's a belly rub. Where's your nippies? There's your nippies. Ready? Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Nippies. No badass. Oh, you're so cute. You're such a cute girl. Yeah. Isn't she awesome? Look at those toe beans. These are cutest. These are cute little toe beans. Use your feetsies. You little feetsies. Use your feetsies. Yeah. Oh, she wants more. I can't stop. She wants more bellies. I can't stop. And look, she's got that little swirl on her chest. See it? A little swirl. Okay. Chihuahuas are great. And I walk them both together. She loves it. Chihuahuas are the best. Fucking great. I never knew I would love Chihuahua. I never had a pure Chihuahua before. Papa Swole was 50%, but she's awesome. And she's a beast. They love going for walks, long walks. They're so awesome. She's such a good girl. She's still in that same position. Okay. You're such a good girl. I know. I love you too. I'll just keep on petting her. I'm going to keep on petting her. I got to keep on petting her. All right. I'll come back to that. Hold on, church. Dad is coming back. Daddy's coming back. Let's do a throwback.
There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
No more ballyhoo. All right, here we go. Uh-oh, throwback.
Internal problem externally. It's why losing weight doesn't make you feel better about yourself.
Says who?
So I just want to remind you, because I think that we all fall into this habit of thinking that if we just fix X, Y, Z, if we just get more toned arms, if we just lose 15 pounds, we won't feel like we are ugly and worthless and disgusting.
But you are.
So again, rather than doing the things that's going to actually build your self-esteem, just pretend like weight loss isn't going to do this for me. Your purpose and your happiness and what you claim you don't want or that won't be achieved is what happens when you go through. The difficult shit, that's the difficult choice. That's where you're going to get that purpose from. That's where you're going to get that success from. That's where you're going to get that feeling and that self-esteem and that confidence is going through this. She just hasn't been successful. So it's easier just to be like, we're told this whole lie, our entire lives. No, she didn't do it right. She wasn't successful. She failed. So now she's just coping with it. What a chode. All right. We got let's see. We got a leg going. We got a leg going. Here we go. We got a leg going. Hold on a second. Ready? Yeah, got the leg going. Legs, 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 legs. Sketchy, 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 sketchy. Got the leg, got the leg. Daddy got the leg, got the leg. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Leg. Pinkston Churchill. She hasn't moved. That's it, Bubbles. That's your babies. That's your babies. Good girl. Good girl. She wants more. She's a slut for it. Okay. Let's.
You want the baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Pay that troll toll and get into the gym. That should be the requirement. So at my gym, at the fucking gym, you gotta pay the troll toll to get in. That's requirement. That's requirement. And you enter through the boy's soul. That's like the awning. So you have to pay the troll toll to get in. That's how we do it. She's looking at me now like, she put her legs down. She's like, big eyes. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, how come you stopped? How come you stopped? All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow for another amazing Mancast. 3352. Hit the like button, subscribe. Hey, if you haven't yet, go check out the YouTube video on the Swolenormous channel. All sorts of responses. Some are like, what do you mean? Vaccines are the best thing that's ever been invented, blah, blah, blah. I'm just posing the question because it just takes a fundamental thought, fundamental brain function, you know? It couldn't possibly be the food and like the 70 or 80 additional vaccination. I got a, the, whatever the schedule was in like 1983, it was like 4 or 5 things. Now it's like 60. And there's been a dramatic increase in autism. Like nothing could be done by injecting kids with fucking aluminum and all sorts of garbage. But anyway, hey, who am I? Anyway, go watch the video. It's always fun to see people get butthurt and defend, anything that they've been brainwashed to believe. But go check it out. And we'll see you tomorrow. All right? Like, subscribe, join the fam, swolenormousx.com, and Buy one, get one, 50% off, papasolio.com. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Solio.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I gift rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and